All right, guys, today we're going to talk about the circumference of a circle. Circumference is pretty much the perimeter of a circle. So for the perimeter of a circle, we're going to call it the circumference. They just don't call it perimeter. That's an M that I messed up right there. So the distance all the way around the circle. And I don't know why they don't call it perimeter. I guess because it's not technically an exact measurement. So when we're trying to find the circumference, we're going to have to use a special symbol, and it's this little, like these two lines with this. You've probably seen it before. It's called pi. The circumference of a circle, we use the formula C equals 2 pi r. So 2 times pi times r, where r equals the measure of the radius, which, if you remember, is the distance from the middle of the circle to a point on the outer edge. So when you find the circumference of a circle, pi is actually a really, really, really long decimal that's not repeating. It's like so many digits. I'm sure you've seen shirts that have the digits of pi on it. So we usually shorten that in math. And to do pi, we usually either use 3.14 or 22 over 7, which are going to be about the same number. They're both rational numbers. So we're going to use the formula C equals 2 pi r to find the circumference of this circle. First, we're going to use 3.14. So let's start off with C equals 2 times 3.14 times r, which in this case is 8. I'm going to go ahead and do these easy 2 ones first. 2 times 8 is going to give me 16 times 3.14. Over here, I'm going to figure out that problem because I don't know it off the top of my head. 3.14 times 16. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. 6 times 3 is 18. I move over a place, so I add a placeholder 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. When I add them together, I'm going to get 5024. I move my decimal 2 spaces, Beyonce style. So pi is going to equal about 50.24 meters around. As it's perimeter, we don't have to write the square part of it. Now, I could have also used it using 22 over 7. So if I did 2 times pi, which is 22 over 7, times 8. Again, I'm going to do that 16 first, times 22 over 7. I'm going to go back over here. 16 over 1 is my fraction, times 22 over 7. Oh, wow, a lot of extra work here. 16. Whoa. So sorry, guys. 16 times 22. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 2 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. I move over a place, add a 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. I'm going to end up with 352 divided by 7. Because I'm just going to do 1 times 7. So if I do 352 divided by 7, that goes in 5 times. When I subtract, I get 0. When I bring it down, I have 2. It goes in 0 times. It's going to be minus 0. I'm going to get 2. I'm going to add a decimal and a 0. 7 goes into 20 only goes in 2 times. I'm going to get 14. I'm going to get 6. And I could keep going with my decimal, but I'm probably going to know it's going to come up 50.24. All right, I want you guys to go ahead and pause and find the diameter with the radius of a circle. That's 65.94. I'm sorry, that's backwards. Find the diameter and radius of the circle with the circumference. Well, let me show you how to do that one. So we know circumference equals 2 times pi times r. If I know the circumference is 65.94, I'm going to substitute that for c. And I know that that's going to equal 2 times pi. Let's make that 3.14 times r. So here the first thing I have to do is I have to get rid of some of this stuff on this side. I'm going to start by doing getting rid of the 2. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. On this side, I'm going to end up with 9/4 divided by 2. 2 goes into 6 3 times. I'm going to get 6. Bring down my 5. 2 goes into 5 2 times. When I multiply, I get 4. Subtract, and I get a 1. That decimal's already there, so I'm going to add it up there. 2 goes into 19 9 times. 2 times 9 is 18. When I subtract, I get 1. Bring down my 4. 2 goes into 14 7 times. I'm going to get 14 with no remainder. So it's going to end up being 32.97 equals pi times r. So now to figure it out, we have to divide out our 3.14 and our 30 from 39.7. So we're going to divide both sides by 3.14. I'm running out of space here. You know what? I'm going to flip it over to the back. 32.97 divided by 3.14. All right, I have to get rid of my decimal on the outside, so I'm going to move it 2 places to the right, which means I'm going to move this one 2 places to the right. So I'm going to have 314 goes into 3,297. It's going to go into here 1 time. When I subtract, I'm going to get 15. Bring down my 7, it's going to go in 0 times. I'm going to bring this down. Let's see here, 3,000, so it's probably going to go in, you know what, I think we could get it in there 5 times. Let's try it. Make sure you put a 0 there. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. 5 times 3 is 15. Look at that, I'm so smart. So, our radius is going to equal 10.5. Now, our diameter is going to be twice our radius. So I have to multiply 10.5 by 2, which should be 21, and I need to add meters to both of those. All right, for the first 3 problems, you're just finding circumference using either one of these, the fraction or the decimal. It's your choice. Down here, you either need to find the diameter, the radius, or the circumference. And then you have a question that you have to explain with an answer. Don't worry about doing the back of the page.